What is this guy?
My Luffy!
I said, give me my money. You have 5 seconds until I knock out your head for you. My head? I will knock my head. Knock my head. I'll open the door of madness. Enzo, why didn't you save my taxi?
Really?
Unbelievable. Please, you still owe me money. Don't think because you are going to the water that you are not going to. You still owe me money.
Now, these are the kind of guys that will be taking plenty money for their job. Now, if I used to collect money for my job, the same way these guys used to collect money, if I do one job like one day and I collected money like this guy, I would have been treating my health with $15 million for this year, man. But these people are taking the money. For people like this, our economy is in recession.
He's looking all innocent right now. It's so annoying.
You know, we used to think that people that used to animate that you can't see them. Like, no, they're just not to be seen.
Like,
yes. You know, but hey, come on. We've got wonderful. You saw the animation, the Legend of E.X.O. We've got the animator in chief in person. It's Roye Okupe.
Roye Okupe.
I don't know. You have to.
How you doing, man?
Why is it silent?
It's silent now. Roye is, first of all, Roye is a nickname. My real name is Roye Okupe. That's my real name. I'm a proper Naija guy.
So where did the Roye come from?
It's actually a very stupid story. One day I was playing soccer with my brother.
Okay.
Like this is like 15 years ago. I was like, Roye, pass me the ball.
Wait. Now US you go.
No, I mean, right now I'm in the US, but
I know one day they call it soccer. It's not just football.
Oh, sorry.
All of you US, you just can't call one other game and play your hand for football.
Sometimes I forget where I am, so. You know, depending on where you are, you have to use the correct language.
All right, okay. But then, you were telling us a story, how the Roye came about.
Yeah, I mean, I was playing football with my brother, and he just told me, pass me the ball, Roye. And I was like, who is Roye on this field? And he was like, hey, that's your name from now on. And literally, that's how it stuck.
Who's that guy? No link.
Nothing like that. I guess it just sounded funny to him. So
did he explain? Did he give you any explanation?
He didn't explain anything. Ever since that day, I personally have not even asked him since then. So
okay, now let's go straight into it. Animation is not something that we are so much used to
Right.
as per guys here doing it. We always see
Right.
animations, foreign animations and all
Yes.
of that. But how did you get into animations? What is the process like? There's so much.
Right.
Let's talk about animations.
I mean, first of all, I grew up watching Saturday morning cartoons like X-Men,
Yeah.
Transformers, Ninja Turtles, Superman, Batman, and I fell in love with them immediately.
Yeah, that's that side. Some people here are watching Kali and Tewa.
There's nothing wrong with that now.
There's nothing wrong with Kali.
There's nothing wrong with
Kali and
that.
Tewa is the diluted version of Sesame Street. You know how it is now? It's puppet show. All those puppet show that one-dimensional puppet. So don't mind us. People like us also watch G-Force. You know,
Exactly,
stuff
Voltron,
like that. Voltron.
Exactly, all those ones. Yeah, so I mean, I was very fascinated with animation growing up, but I didn't see anyone from, based on Nigeria or Africa, and I always thought that was odd. So when I went to the US and Washington DC to study computer science, but I took the opportunity to actually learn about animation. I was there on the side. So I would go to school, and when I got back, I would go online and try and find, animation classes and everything like that. And literally, that's honestly how I taught myself animation. And then when I finally was able to save enough money, I started working on my own production. And that's how you have E.X.O, the legend of Wale Williams.
Hi, E.X.O. Let's talk about E.X.O. What's the
Yes.
story about E.X.O?
So E.X.O, it's a superhero story, but it's set in a futuristic Nigeria. Yeah, but near future, 2025. Actually, the animation is an animated short. It's like 8
Utopic or
minutes long.
dystopic? Like, is it?
It's a mixture
wonderful?
of both.
It's a mixture of both.
What I'm actually trying to do is, most of the time when you hear about Nigeria outside of Nigeria, it's mostly negative things.
True that.
But there's a lot of beautiful things about Nigeria and Africa in general, and you don't get to see those kind of things. So growing up here and also having the opportunity to grow up in another continent, another country, I've gotten the best of both worlds. So what I'm trying to do now is not only showcase the negative aspects of Nigeria, which is good. We should highlight things that are wrong and see how we can improve them. But it's also our job to show the greatness of Nigeria as well too, which is why I put together this the animated short. But right now, it's actually available as a graphic novel, a comic book. There's part 1 and part 2 of E.X.O because animation is very expensive.
It is.
Like that, it's very expensive and it's very time consuming. That 8 minutes.
Which one are we seeing now?
This is the 8 minutes animated short. And
Okay.
it took 8 months to put that together. Yes.
How big was the team? Was it just you?
No, if it was just me, it had taken 10 years. So it wasn't just me. It was a whole lot of people that I worked with from all over the place. I worked with people in Nigeria, I worked with people in London, I worked with people in some parts of Asia as well, just to try and put it together.
Where was the base?
The base
What
was
the
online.
Central processing unit.
There was no central unit. Everywhere, everybody, we all worked remotely, basically.
Okay. So it has gotten like a lot of recognitions,
Yes.
like internationally and all.
Yes.
Did you think it was going to be this big?
I hoped it would be, but I didn't know it was going to be this quick. So literally like 6 months after, within the first 6 months, I released this online. It was featured on CNN, Forbes, BBC, Huffington Post, and a whole New York Times and a whole lot of other places. But it just proves that people are ready to see, things like this. People are ready to.
Now that's all moves, man.
People are ready to assimilate.
Let's talk about choreography. How do you put the choreography together? Do you get maybe like a martial artist or something? Let's
I
go
don't
a
have that
little
kind
bit
of
of
money
details.
to be hiring martial artists. It's basically everything is here. All the Jackie Chan movies I watched growing up, it has to count for something. So I mean, everything kind of comes from my head, like the experiences growing up, things that I've watched, and everything like that. So as a producer, it's easy for me to convey my visions to other animators or artists or people that are doing storyboards, to actually put what I have together in my head out there on the.
Okay, just please, for a layman,
Yes.
let's just take us through animation for dummies. Very, very short. What is it? Just let's take a bird's eye view.
Okay.
Animation for dummies.
Right.
How does it all come together?
So I'll describe, there are 3 major phases. There's pre-production, production, and post-production. It's basically the same as film. Like when you're shooting a movie, you do pre-production, production, and production as well.
Yeah.
But animation is different in terms of, it's almost backwards. As when you're doing animation, you have to have what is called a storyboard, right? Storyboard is basically like, imagine comic books, but of the different scenes, right? So when you have the storyboard, you can have up to, like for this one, we had, about 1,000 storyboards of sequential action.
What is a storyboard?
A storyboard is basically a drawing. So if I say punch a guy and I do this, I have to have an artist draw like this, and then like this.
Wow.
You understand?
So if I want to kiss Rachel now, how long would that storyboard take?
That, I mean, you probably have maybe like 10 panels. So
Whoa.
that'll take like maybe a day to put together.
A day?
Yes, I'm serious. Exactly.
Just a kiss?
And that's not the animation, that's just the storyboard. So once the animator has the storyboard, then he goes into the computer and actually animates all the movements like that. So it's very painstaking, and it takes a lot of time, and it costs a lot of money.
Okay, so now let's talk about money a bit. Has it also been rewarding financially? It has gone out there, it is big, people know you now because of all the things that you've done. What has it been like financially?
I've been able to break even, and it's not even about the animation. The animation gave a lot of publicity for me to sell the books. Okay. And for people, it's not usually like that. Some people just have the animation, and they can't either get it on a network or they can't monetize it, it's very hard to get anything on the air. Talk less of animation, which, you know, right now in Nigeria, it's not really a big thing. It's a growing industry, and a lot of people are paying attention now. But trying to monetize animation is very, very difficult because, first of all, it's very, very expensive to produce. So you don't really see your return on investment immediately. So a lot of investors are like, okay, I'm not going to put money in this if I cannot get my money back within 1-2 years. But for me, I was lucky enough to have the animation, but also have a product to sell. So while people checked out the animation and they loved it, they wanted more of the story, then they could go and buy the books. So money-wise, that was really the benefit of having the animation out there. But what we're trying to do now is take the momentum we've built and move forward and do like a full-length animated movie right now.
Richard, please, before you go on, let's go back to what we're talking about. You know, you spoke after the storyboard. So like we said, animation for dummies. Let's take us through to the end.
Yeah, so after the storyboards, you do a lot of character design. Or you can do character design before storyboard. It just depends on how you want to do it. Character design is basically designing the characters, how they look, what they're going to be wearing, you know, the colors and everything like that. Also involves props. So you have to draw things like street lights, or a dustbin, or a chair, a table. You have to draw each thing and have like everything color coded. So once you have character design storyboards, you do what is called an animatic. So I'm getting very technical. Animatic is basically like a moving storyboard. Imagine watching a slideshow of pictures just moving.
Say GIF?
Yeah, something like that, exactly. So once you have that, you now send that to the animators. They now take that and they now animate every single thing, every single movement of that. After the animation is done, you pass that to the editor, who will then put it together with sound, you know, visual effects, sound effects, voice, you know, voice acting and everything. And then they compile everything, and then you have your final product. And I basically do, because in between all those steps, there's like maybe 20 or 30 other steps.
I know. This is just
overhead.
Basic. Let's look at your system. Just what kind of? I know the expense comes in mostly the systems that you get to use. On the average, somebody wants to just come from animation. What kind of system would you advise the person to get?
I mean, first of all, you have to have a very powerful computer. As powerful as you can get, basically, is what you should get for animation. RAM, you're not, I mean, anything less than 16 gigabytes of RAM, you're not.
You're joking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really, yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wish I had. You see, man, I can spend 1 hour and be talking and having fun, man. Animation is something. Let's look forward to you coming some other time, and then we'll have enough time to talk, right?
Definitely.
Wow.
But it's been a pleasure being here.
How do we hit you up, Roy?
Well, you can find me on Unique Studios. That's my company, YOUNEEK studios.com. You can also find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Unique Studios, the same spelling. Please check us out. There's more stuff online. You can read for free. You can watch for free. Read for free, watch for free. We love free, man. You go out there, go support this dude, man. I mean, the kid, not only the kids, even the adults, we love animation also. So everybody love
animation. Thank you very much, Roy. It's been great having you on the show.
My pleasure.
It's been the breakfast show, a wonderful way to end the show. Thank you very much, Roy. I wish you could do some animation here for us to round up the show. But anyways, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.